Alright, so anyone that's got a Land Rover will testify, I'd assume. Majority of you, if you've got a sunroof on your Land Rover, it leaks. It's just like a given. Land Rover for some reason were crap at doing sunroofs. And this is why. You see all this here? It's just the seals are terrible. They just perish. I've had older cars than this is a 2002. I've had older cars than this that have got sunroofs, and there's nothing wrong with rubber, and they've never been replaced. So whether it's just cheap parts or what, I don't know. They're just crap. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it permanently, so it never leaks again. And the reason I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it, if you stay tuned and watch the video, is because this way I'm doing it's cost me like 40 quid or less. Just for like a whole kit and everything. I've roughly estimated about 300 quid for me to do it myself. Like new mechanisms and all sorts, new rubber, new seals, just to mess around and do it right. And even then I couldn't get a definitive answer on what seals what, or what's the right seal for it. So I will end up, you know, a bit confused about it. So I can't be bothered. Roof rack's going back on. I'm not going to use sunroof. I can't be arsed with it, so I'm unlikely to ever sell this car. And if I do, it'll probably be another enthusiast that'll like the style of it. So, you know, hopefully they'll like what I do. Anyway, stay tuned. So I've measured up the width I want, which I'll put it at 87 centimetres. I'm just going to cut the excess off and then test fit it, make sure I'm happy with it. Always leave more than you need, because if you need to take some off, you can take some off. You can't add the material back. So I'm going to get the Dremel out, cut that off now, test fit it, and then see, because the roof's obviously got a bit of a curve to it, see what I need to do to try and mimic that curve if I need to, or if the rivets that I'm going to drill, I'm just going to pull it into place. I don't know. They might just pull it into place. It's 3mm thick, so it's got a bit of play to it, but nice and strong either way. And it's aluminium, so it's not going to rust. It's going to be silicone in place anyway. Yeah. Always clamp your devices. Sorry about the lighting. I'm using my phone as I do all my videos, and it is what it is. Whatever you want to cut in aluminium, make sure whatever cutting tool you're using, I'm using a Dremel in this case, got a proper metal cutting disc, blade or whatever. And you want to, because aluminium, you want to cut it as fast as you possibly can. So this is variable speed. I'm going to run it on full whack, because the aluminium needs that. With stuff like steel, you want to run it down at a lower speed. Just how the metal reacts. When you run steel, for example, or stainless or whatever, at really high speed, a process called work hardening happens. And because it's got that hot, the steel, it gets harder. So you actually make it more difficult to cut. Aluminium, it doesn't do that as much. And I'll just put the masking tape down just in front of the line just to help me guide it a bit better. This is not going to be straight. Well, that looks a mess. I'm using a 1980s £4.50 jigsaw that I've just repaired myself. We're hoping not to get grinder out, but I'll have to get grinder out and just try and clean that up. That's a bit better. Just a quick clean up, then I'll hand finish it. For the love of your own safety, don't do what I do. Anyway, So I've finished it, rounded the corners off. This is going to be front, where that scratch is anyway, because the underside is even worse. It's had the protective film on it, so it's a bit nicer. So I've drilled all the holes, 4.8mm in diameter, because that's what the rivets I'm using are. And I've placed them all, and what I've actually done is I clamped it down. I put pressure on this end because obviously the roof's got a bit of a curve. Because it is 3mm thick, the roof's got a bit of a curve to it. So I've just like bent it slightly, and then I bent it, and I've just curved it in the middle a little bit. You know, try to do it progressively, and as I went along, just to try and help it when the rivets pull it down, just to help it form over the roof, which hopefully it works. Whether it will or not, I don't know. It'll definitely not move anywhere, it's not going anywhere. I'm using silicone sealant underneath it to seal it. It's like proper waterproof, outdoor heat resistant stuff, allegedly. I'm not going to bother showing that because, well, I can't be asked to film my silicone around it. You know what silicone's like. So I'm going to silicone around it, place it on, and I'm going to rivet one corner, and what have you, move into it. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. With all these rivets that's in, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 18 rivets that are going to be in this. It ain't going anywhere. This is a permanent fix for my vehicle. You guys can do what you want. You can spend the 300 quid getting the kit, whatever it is, or if you can do it cheaper, fantastic if you're able to do it cheaper. The mechanism for it, the motor still works, but the running gear and everything on it is rotten. It's just going to cause more rot. A roof rack's going on it. I really don't care about the resale value of this because the previous owners drilled and screwed loads of things to this that I'm having to fill in and repair and replace and what have you. So the resale value is not really high. It's in good condition regards body and stuff like that. So I'm not going to ruin the look. This will be painted black. So it's going to be hidden. Roof rack's going on top of it. You're not going to see it. I'm not unlikely to get rid of it. And anyway, I'm babbling on. I'm going to crack on. Camera picking out that. Not going back now. It is absolutely rotten under here. State of that. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm ripping it out and I'm sticking a piece of aluminium over it, and I'm not bothering replacing it because there was no repairing it, so I needed to buy the full £300 set basically. Look at state. Look at that. And I'm not spending 300 quid for it to happen again, not a chance. 40 quid and it'll never ever happen again because there's no sunroof. I've removed all brackets now on roof. I've moved it all out, removed them all, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the aluminium sheet I'm using, just a little bit, just to position it, mark up where I need to put the drill the holes, take it off, drill the holes, clean them up, prep the area for silicone just to key it up basically, do the same to aluminium, and then start sealing it around, and the job should be a good one. What I'm going to do at some point is this bit here, I'm leaving that in place and everything because it makes no difference, but I'm going to try and get some thin insulation just to insulate it out a little bit, and doing this I need to repair the headline in a little bit. Anyway, stays at the car, rust everywhere. Right. Let's go. So what you can see me doing right now is I am fitting the aluminium plate on top of the roof just to check the fitment and the alignment to make sure I'm happy with it regards where it's going to sit. Sorry, just my wife asking me what I'm doing and after I'm told her 4 times. So I was using double-sided tape to try and hold the aluminium plate in position, but it ends up just moving a lot and I ended up opting for a different idea, you'll see in a moment. So the idea behind the double-sided tape was to hold it in place while I used the punch and hammer just to place the little divots to where I was going to drill. As I say, it just kept moving, so I opted out of that. At this point I decided, after drilling a couple of holes, what I wanted to do was drill a hole, place the rivet, drill the next hole, place the rivet again, drill a hole, place the rivet, and so on until I've done all around the roof of the car. Doing this I found that it held it better, so it squared itself up and it didn't move. Once the more rivets you put in, the less it moved, because obviously they were holding it in place through drill holes and what have you, so everything was lining up how I wanted it to. If anyone wants to do this, I would recommend doing that. Just drill your first hole, place the rivet, make sure it's lined up where you want it to be, drill the next hole, place the rivet, and it starts to lock it in position. As you can see with what I'm doing now. I don't know how the body of the car is formed, it's a monocoque chassis, but when I was drilling it I noticed that there was almost like 3 thin layers of metal beneath the drill's surface. So whereabouts the rivet's pinching from I don't know, but it seems to hold it all in place anyway. I was just surprised it wasn't just one sheet of metal. So I'm just cleaning up the area now, as you can see, make sure I get rid of as much debris as I can, and then I'm just going to chamfer the holes. To chamfer the holes, just to knock off any of the high risen pieces of metal, I just used a extra large drill bit just to gently go around them. It's just to keep the surface smooth and clear for when I'm placing the aluminium plate. So I just need to keep the surface, put microscopic grooves into it, which allows the silicone to seep into it, grab hold of the aluminium plate and adhere better. It also creates for a better seal. If you're ever going to glue 2 pieces of 2 items together, make sure that both the mating surfaces are keyed up. I'm going to do the same again on the roof. So I'll bring it back to this point now. Right. So what I've done, I've gone around it and I've braided all the area that I'm going to be putting the silicone to. This is just to help create a nice strong bond. And I'm going to make sure there's like silicone in these, in every one of these, just to help seal the hole that I've drilled up, so there's no water can get through the rivets, because wherever you can, water will get everywhere and sometimes there's no stopping it, so I'm going to do the best I can to seal this. So yeah, that's the point I'm at now. I'm going to put silicone around it, and then I'll bring you back. I'll have the aluminium plate on top, and then I'll have a call speedy montage me doing it all. Right guys, so we're at the stage now. Let's pop rivet it in. Hopefully none of these rivets fail, because they weren't cheap. Right, so the rivets are in. They didn't pop properly. I don't know if it's because of they're not cheap rivets. I don't know if it's because I've got a cheap Maplin made from years ago. Rivet gun, I don't know if that's the problem. But they didn't pop properly. I need to drill one out and redo it because it's just loose. What I'm going to do then is just go around it again with some that silicone sealant, just to try and squeeze it into as much into gaps as I can. But generally speaking, it's done, and I think it looks good. I'll bring you back once I've finished it to just go over the end result. But I actually think it looks quite cool, to be quite honest. I'm glad I'm doing it, and it's cost me less than 40 quid as opposed to, you know, 300 to 400 quid. I'm sorry the camera keeps focusing. I'm trying not to move too much, but I'm using a mobile phone. And at 67, 68 subscribers, whatever it is, at the time that they upload this, I ain't spending money on this channel. Not yet. I ain't got it to spend. Right, bring back in a sec. Alright guys, right. Sorry that most of the videos being me talking to you, you know, near a brick wall and what have you, for you to look at my ugly mug. But I'm done. It's riveted in, it's siliconed in. I've gone round it all with silicone, neatened it all up. That should never ever leak again. And I'm in two minds. I'm tempted to leave it unpainted because I actually quite like the look. It's a bit apocalyptic looking, which is quite cool. If not, I'm just going to stick a bit of gloss paint over it, something like that. I'll just tape up around it and then just spray it black or something just to camouflage it in. But as I say, it makes not much difference. Roof rack's going on top, but as I say, I enjoy it. And I've even gone round inside, show you. So I've gone open the sunroof hatch and I've gone round on inside, I don't know if you can see, and I've put silicone around there as well, so it's nice and sealed. And I've still kept that in place, even though it's filthy, just to cover it up. What I have done as well, when I fit the roof rack to it properly, because it come with a roof rack and it was not fitted properly, brackets on that I don't think are adequate at all, so I bought some proper ones. And I didn't like the wiring of the LED light strip, so that's going in properly. What I'm going to do, I'm not an auto electrician, so maybe someone could tell me before I do this, because this video is going to go up well before I put the light back in. But what I'll do is I'll end up drilling a hole in the aluminium roof, getting one of them proper grommets to, you know, make it weather tight and what have you, and I'll silicone around all that and everything, make it do a good job of it. And then I'll use the wiring for the motor for the sunroof as the wiring loom, as it were, for the LED light bar. Wire the LED light bar to that, replace the push to make switch, whatever you want to call them. You have to push it down for it to work, switch for just a flicky on, flicky off switch, and hopefully there you go, done. And that'll be a nice bit of easy wiring to do. If that can take it, I don't know. I'll see if I can get in touch with my brother-in-law, see if he can tell me whether that'll be safe. As long as it's safe, I'll do it. If it's not safe, I'll have to figure out another way of doing it properly. So yeah, anyway, that's it for the video. I'll take a few pictures now, get them on gram, and then you know, leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. If you like that video, please consider liking, sharing and subscribing for more videos. Take care, bye for now.